At the time of this recording, the Acolytes have returned on PC, and specifically at this moment, Angst roams the star chart. You may be wondering whether you should go and try your luck for the mods that Angst drops, and I'm here to help. I will now tell you what I think about one of the mods that Angst drops off the top of my head. If this isn't the mod you're looking for, check the description for my full videos on the others. Now, behold, Pressurized Magazine. This has about a 5% drop chance from Angst, so this is the rare drop from Angst. And I happen to think it's the worst of the mods that Angst drops, because it doesn't offer a lot of upside. Fire rate when you reload something, and this much fire rate when you reload something, is not objectively a bad effect. This is a strong enough mod that it could be a good multiplier. It's just that we already have Anemic Agility. Anemic Agility is a corrupted mod that gives you 90% fire rate all the time, and a negative 15% damage. Those are the exact words on the mod. Now you might be thinking, negative 15% damage, okay, that's negative 15%, less damage, all of my damage. That's not good. So that's like 75% DPS, right? It doesn't work like that. I would have thought originally that, Anemic Agility is not that good because it makes you lose 15% DPS while giving you 90% because of fire rate, but that's actually not the case. That 15% damage negative is not a separate multiplier. It's the same as Hornet Strike. So running Anemic Agility is like having your Hornet Strike go from 220% damage, base damage, to 205% base damage. That's not a 15% damage loss. That's more like a little less than a 5% damage loss, which means it barely affects your DPS. It's almost impossible to see the detriment to your damage that's occurring, which means that basically Anemic Agility is just this mod, but with no drawbacks. It does the 90% fire rate all the time. You don't have to reload. You don't have to be aiming. It's just there all the time, which is kind of a bummer, because that makes Pressurized Magazine like one of the least exciting mods with all this fancy text that's really rare in the entire game. But perhaps at some point it will be changed and maybe give more fire rate, or the way Anemic Agility is multiplied will be different. I kind of doubt they'll do that, but who knows. For now, Pressurized Magazine is unfortunately kind of a no-go. It's not like it's bad. Like if you don't have Anemic Agility, I could see plenty of pistols where this is going to be on pretty much all the time. So it's not like the conditions are that hard to meet, like reloading pistols. It's not like we don't do that very often. And aiming with pistols, like, not huge requirements. It just doesn't really offer any upside. There isn't really a reason to jump through any hoops, no matter how huge they are, no matter how easy they are to jump through, for an effect that is just not really better than the same effect, but always active. So I don't really recommend this. I do highly recommend Anemic Agility. That's a mod I would use on many builds. Not tons of builds, not all builds, but quite a few builds. But I wouldn't really recommend this. Thanks very much for listening. I hope that this helped you determine whether Pressurized Magazine is a mod you're going to care about. I'd also like you to determine whether you're going to care about doing that YouTube stuff that people do at the end of a YouTube video, but I'll leave you to decide that in the comfort of your own home or bathroom or subway or bus or classroom or wherever else you are. I'll see you all next time.